2K22 has only been out for a few weeks, but what have you seen from the 2K community in the reaction to the My Career Story in NBA 2K22?
I think a couple things. I think people really like doing things kind of on their time. If you want to explore the city, go off and do some of our side quests like, races or talking to all the different people that we've spread around the city. And some of it can just happen organically as you're going from one place to the other. The other thing is that people have really just enjoyed the story itself. You're making important decisions that impact your career, and there are different branches that are distinctly different.
Coming right up, the Thunder taking on the Spurs. For Oklahoma City, they've captured 5th place in the West, hoping to advance that position as they go down the stretch. Spurs, Thunder, up next. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander loves getting to the rim. Last season, he led the league in drives per game by a wide margin. Matter of fact, he drove the most that we've ever seen since they started tracking the stat back in 2013. His blend of length, strength, and craftiness has been remarkable to watch. Guys?
Like you, David, on the sideline. Boy, I love Gilgeous-Alexander in his game. D.A., thank you. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Mr. Clutch out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Justice Winslow. Then there's Favors. And it's Roby in at the 4. And for San Antonio, we've got Johnson. Young out there with Pirtle. Then there's Derek White. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard position. And Greg, when it comes to load management, why do we see more of it now than when you play?
Well, for me, the science of sport has evolved, and it's not just the athlete. It's the technology and the science that goes into making a better athlete. That's why you're seeing load management far more acceptable to the masses now, understanding that this is about the long game.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Mr. Clutch. Oklahoma City gets it back. Fires the 3. Can't hit that one. And the Spurs going the other way now. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
Hopefully they exercise better caution in this game and avoid cheap fouls that could get them in trouble again.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Johnson, a wide open look. Triple from the wing. Johnson's got the game going here with the first basket for San Antonio. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Connects from three-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
Hard to keep the consistency going, which I guess is the very definition of consistency. Keep it going.
Thunder have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And for Pirtle, the stats don't tell the whole story. Stevie just does whatever he can to help his team.
He's a good screener, solid defender, runs the floor, and you can't teach his size.
Pirtle, the pass to Young. And it's Walker penetrating. The jump hook, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Well, Thunder have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
and they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Walker. Derek Favors with the rebound. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Over in the corner, White. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
I really like the toughness and effort White brings to the game. Nice play off contact.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Good on the three-point shot. Mr. Clutch has got 12.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Passes to Johnson.
Two minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
It's White on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's White missing. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Shoots the 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence. And he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
.127 left in the first quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Using every bit of his toughness, White's able to convert through contact.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Misses the 3. For San Antonio, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Gilgeous-Alexander against Walker. Johnson outside. Hurdle trying to get open. Kept alive. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Takes the 3, and he sinks it from deep. Three-pointer good for Mr. Clutch. He's got 18.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Walker against Favors. Here's Young. 11 points last game. It's good.
Backed by great length, I'd call Young a reliable interior scoring option.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lets it go from deep. And there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target for Mr. Clutch.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Winslow against Johnson. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action after this word. Well, Thaddeus Young made it clear. This team was looking forward to this rematch.
We definitely has had our eyes on this game.
You know, players sometimes, Greg, don't want to admit the games they had circled on the calendar, but he made no bones about it, did he?
No, listen, Kevin, I like that competitive spirit, and this guy backs it up with his play.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
Doug McDermott is out there with Collins, and it's Eubanks in at the center position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Mavericks was phenomenal. He had 56 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Eubanks. And we all know basketball is a game of runs, but Steve, why can it so often seesaw like that? 1 minute a team is ice cold. The next, they can't miss.
I think confidence is such a big part of the game. Also rhythm. When you see shots fall, it snowballs. On the other hand, when you can't take the lid off of it, that confidence can go another direction.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Drops in the tray.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Spurs trail by 12. Here is Forbes. 17 points in his last outing. Plenty of room around him, and it's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
From deep three-point range, San Antonio with the rebound. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. Pass to Vassell. And the layup is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd.
So it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. Gilgeous Alexander out there with Mr. Clutch. Then there's Favors. Then it's Winslow. And it's Roby in at the 4 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Coming into last season, the Thunder had posted a winning record every year for more than a decade. But when they decided to rebuild, they went all in and promoted their G League coach, Mark Daigneault, to head coach. He said adversity tests the connection of the team, tests everything, and shows you who you are. Guys?
Good way to start. Thanks, D.A. Johnson attacking. That one goes. Count it. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
They are just killing him on the interior. And one of Johnson's teammates recently called him country strong. And Johnson himself acknowledged he has a lot of room to get even stronger. That is scary.
Into the lane and finished off by Walker.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Well, the defense has to feel real embarrassed right now. They totally got schooled on that highlight reel play.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
San Antonio making a switch here. Eubanks is checked in, and Greg along with the foul. Johnson brings great athleticism.
And that makes him a tremendous rebounder. Can switch defensively. It's within the realm of possibility that he becomes an all-star someday.
It's good.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
The Thunder leading by 21. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Mr. Clutch. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's White. Pass to Eubanks. It's stolen. Here's Mr. Clutch. And he has 42. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
San Antonio calls timeout. You look at Mr. Clutch, he's really been playing well.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Zach Collins checked in for Young. McDermott comes in for Keldon Johnson. Vassell, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for White.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. 1:44 left in the third quarter. And he gets it to go.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. From deep. Connects again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Pass to Forbes for the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more.
And again for 3.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
For San Antonio, they've gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Vassell, the pass to McDermott. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
No good from Mr. Clutch. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. The pass to McDermott. It's up a 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Now, Doug McDermott is best known for that. A sharp shooting big from the outside.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Good. Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. And so it's Oklahoma City rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up.
Now into the lineup.
Going with a whole new group out there. And so here is Oklahoma City from outside the arc. And again for 3.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
2 minutes remaining.
Brutal out there with McDermott. Then it's Johnson, and it's Forbes in at the point. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
That's all you. That's all you. Keep the ball.
And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. And so no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.